This is the hardest part of my day. Attempting to get out of bed.
Alright, so to get the day started, I am gonna go for a run on my treadmill here in the office. And lately I've been focusing on my endurance and time, so I run for 20-minute intervals rather than focusing on my time per mile. And so it begins. I like to start off with a walk. And welcome to the vlog. Alright, so let's take a look at what's on the agenda for me today. It's about lunchtime right now, about nearly 1 o'clock in the afternoon. I'm going to make some coffee, some food, get down to getting some work in. I got a couple of videos I got to knock out, articles, emails, all that fun stuff. At 5 in the afternoon, I have to go to a church, which is one of the most unlikely places you'll ever find me. However, it's for a vow renewal for family friends. They're renewing their vows and all of that, so we're attending that. And then there's a dinner reception afterwards, and then I have to try and catch a 7 o'clock movie. It's Get Hard with Kevin Hart and Will Ferrell. My friend invited me to that. Don't know if I can make that. It's gonna be cutting it close because the ceremony, dinner, and then hopefully I can make the movie, and then get back home to knock out some more. So I was having this interesting conversation with somebody yesterday on the idea of $1 million, or a millionaire for that matter, versus a billionaire, and how the magnitude of difference, how much of a magnitude of difference there is between that. However, when we look at it, yes, like I think some people look at it from a perspective of like either way it's a lot of money, of course, but there is a huge difference between somebody who, may be like a celebrity or an icon and is a couple hundred million versus a billion. To put things in perspective, if I remember correctly, a million seconds is 12 days. So let's put it this way. If you got $1 for every second, it would take you 12 days to become a millionaire, essentially. Versus if you got $1 per second in order to become a billionaire, it would take you 31 years. So I think that shines some light as far as perspective. I remember when that was told to me, like, that gap is massive between those two. And interestingly enough, I think the youngest billionaire right now worldwide is 24-year-old Evan Spiegel, co-founder and creator of Snapchat. So let that sink in. The ephemeral messaging app, this app that a lot of people thought would be for the younger generation and would be primarily for nudes or whatever, like, has blown up, and it has an evaluation of I think upwards of $10 billion, and he is worth $1.1 billion as upwards of that as an individual. And normally I'm not the type of person who plays a cat and mouse game as far as like success with other people, because I understand people are in different stages of their life. Don't compare your chapter 1 to somebody else's chapter 30, and some people just blatantly play the game better than others. But I can't help but use things like that and stats like that as like a motivator. It lights a fire under me to get moving and get creating and get something done. Because look, I'll be completely honest and transparent. I want to be a billionaire. And I don't mean that in the sense of how everybody ideally, of course, would love to have $1 billion. But like, that is a life goal of mine. And I'm going to work my ass off until I get there, much like I have done up to this point to get to where I am. Here's the interesting thing. Like, when it comes to me and money and all of that, I'm the type of person where small purchases, I'm very detail oriented. I'm very nitpicky when it comes to that, because I treat every dollar the same way, whether I have one or whether I have 100,000. It doesn't make a difference to me. However, I'm more cautious when it comes to the smaller spending versus the bigger numbers. Like, the bigger numbers don't scare me as much anymore, and I learned that growing up. And it's interesting because, like, I remember when I had set these financial milestones for myself. You gotta understand, I was making money already when I was in middle school. High school, I was pretty financially independent. I decided against college because I was pretty much settled with some cash, things of that nature. And all of which, when I got out of high school, I realized, like, when people tell me, how are you not freaking out? Like, how is this blah, blah, blah? Like, how are you not going crazy with this, that, and the other? Look, I like nice things. I buy nice things where I see fit, and I reward myself where I see fit. But at the end of the day, yes, they are just numbers to me at the end, but also they don't scare me in the sense that, like, those big numbers, those milestones that I hit, financial goals, whatever you want to call them, I always, and it maybe this sounds brass or with a sense of bravado, but like I always knew up here mentally that I was gonna get there. Like I spent my life up until those points, working and hustling and you know, had the ambition to get there. So those numbers made sense to me, like 10,000, 20,000, 50,000, 100,000, whatever. Those numbers made sense to me because, like, yeah, I did everything up until this point to get there. Why would I be surprised? So that video was actually shot on this T4i right here, and I'm going to be trying to implement this more in the vlog to get that better quality and just interesting shots. However, the lens on this guy is the manual lens. This is the kit lens, so this is the, what do you call this? This is the 18 by 55 millimeter lens. I know you can barely see it, but it is the automatic, what do you call that? Focus is finally, like, it's jammed. You can see right now it's doing okay, but if at certain points, if I was to, you know, zoom in or whatever, maybe the lens, it's like as if there's an abrasion, it jams. So I have to sort that out, and if anything, it's probably time for me to get rid of the kit lens and finally upgrade to something like a 50 millimeter or just a better lens overall for video. And if anything, it forces me to, with video, I always shoot manual. However, when it comes to photos and stuff like that, sometimes I like to have that automatic focus on the lens because it's a little bit more convenient. And so when it comes to me being unproductive, there's really two big factors that distract me the most. And it all deals with this idea of consuming content. I consume way too much content, and sometimes that's not a bad thing because I consume what I would think is educational based content versus like other stuff, I guess. But that too can hit a point where it's taking up too much of my time. Those two factors mainly being one, YouTube. Like I'm always on YouTube at some point or another, watching videos, listening to talks, and Twitter. Like those two things in conjunction are probably the biggest time sucks as of right now. So definitely something I need to maintain, or at least limit myself to checking every now and again. So it's 4:40 in the afternoon. The ceremony will be starting in about like 20 to 30 minutes. And from there I gotta go to the dinner is gonna be held at the Hilton Hotel. So it's our fanciest hotel we have here pretty much. It's the newest hotel that they built here in Japan, or Okinawa, Japan, I should say. Anyways, all suited up, of course. I went with the kind of monochromatic look. Got the black suit on, white pocket square, black Gucci tie here. Except for the shirt. The dress shirt's like a blue pinstripe, if you can kind of see it, with a contrasting color. And let's see, what else have I got going on? It's just a quick outfit of the day. I got my Stour watch here, black and silver, to match the black cufflinks. And of course, the dress shoes that complete it all. And these are, what do you call these? These are Salvatore Ferragamo dress shoes that I don't normally ever shine like my dress shoes, because I have like, these are one of my good pairs of dress shoes, and my other ones are like cheap $30 shoes. So I don't normally like shine those or anything like that, but I spent time today to kind of clean them up. If you don't know me by now, any opportunity I get to dress up, I will gladly take it, because normally I dress up anyway. But afterwards I gotta go to the movie theater, and I'm probably not gonna have any time to change out, so I'll just take the suit jacket off and stuff like that. Usually here our movie theaters are cold, so that'll work out. So reception is over, and as you can see, I'm next to Hilton. I have about an hour to eat before I gotta get to the movie, which starts at 7:20. So I'm gonna walk in now. Huge, huge building.
What happened?
Alright, so I'm walking back to my car. It's 6:50 on the dot, and I had to kind of rush because it was a buffet, and at first I didn't think I was going to be able to eat because
I knew I had to be out of here within like 30 minutes. But luckily, since it was a buffet.
So it being a buffet, I was able to stuff myself within like the 20 odd minutes that I had. A huge selection of stuff, just a ton of stuff. So I got sushi, I got shrimp tempura, I got full on dessert, like I got tiramisu, all the stuff, sorts of cake. But being that I stuffed it in like 20 minutes, I'm hoping that doesn't come back to bite me within the next like hour while I'm watching the movie. But nonetheless, you know, made it and have about 20 minutes or so to make the movie, so should be perfectly fine. And speaking of the food is pretty decent. I'd give it a thumbs up. At least it was, you know, traditional style buffet. Obviously, a ton of Japanese food, and like really, I didn't see the. I think I glanced at the price for dinner. I want to say it was like 25 a head, which out here is about fine. And you know, considering it's a Hilton, and you're paying more for like eating within the restaurant in itself or the establishment in itself. I'm fully aware of the fact that I'm about to walk into the theater fully suited, and I don't give a damn. Go for it. What are we doing here?
Good, Mom.
Can you explain to the audience what we're doing?
Making ramen in a convenience store.
What is that? Buy that?
I got it. Yeah,
Did you really buy that?
I have to.
Yeah, look, it's on my hand. Dude, look. She's been stamping me all day.
Hey, what do you mean you have to buy it? Because you're Japanese.
It's like my signature.
It is? Oh,
This is mine.
you're branding us.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
Our property now.
Ouch,
I want to steer.
Which button?
I thought we're supposed to be doing a tutorial here, Munchie style.
I'm just pushing buttons.
I know. Okay, I do that too.
Don't drop it, you gotta run like.
First taste, what is this? Rosy Nosy.
Rosy Nosy, what
This is a holiday ale.
holiday ale.
Ah, fudge, I don't even do I want to do it on my bare hands.
Grasp it. Firmly grasp it.
Where is it from?
Shit, I don't remember. Oh, it's SpongeBob. The pickle jar. It smells pretty yummy.
It smells like holidays. Oh god, actually it smells like beer, and I just realized I don't like beer. Wait, we gotta do the first taste. Cheers for the vlog. Oh, it tastes like,
It's yummy.
really? It tastes like beer to me. But I mean, it's good.
That's really good.
It's a gold medal winner, that's for sure.
Oh shit, the fuck. Gold medal winning.
Full body copper. It does. It tastes like copper. That's exactly what it tastes like. 6 minutes rating. Give it a thumbs up for the boys back home. I didn't get to talk about the Get Hard movie earlier, but it was like, you know, it was okay. It was what I expected it to be with that cast, and it's a movie that I probably would have watched twice, but didn't mind paying for at the same time because tickets here are like $5 to $6, so it really is nothing. Like, even if I don't enjoy the movie all that much, like, I don't mind giving it a try or a chance. I was surprised it got like a 6.1 on IMDb, but then when I looked at like the Metacritic or the Rotten Tomatoes, it was scoring in the 20 percentile, so pretty low. But yeah. So it's around midnight now. My friends have gone back home. I'm still enjoying my rosy nosy holiday ale. I don't normally drink beer at all, but me and my friend saw it for like $1. We want to try it out. So just casually drinking since I'm just going to be in the office tonight working. And my other friend had also left this beautiful bottle of Disaronno here. This is a Versace limited edition bottle, like literally there. So really fancy looking bottle. It has, I think, almond milk in it. It's really, really good. But I'm going to have a pinch of that and carry on with my work day. It sounds like an amazing idea. But of course, drink responsibly. I mean, I think it's great in the fact that I work in an environment, and obviously being from a home office where I could lay back, relax, and enjoy a drink or two, but at the same time still get things done. Like, so as long as I don't need to be, you know, in any conference calls or anything of that nature, like, for the most part I can knock out a lot of stuff while just kind of enjoying myself. And that's really what this room, like, this is my man cave. Like, this home office is, you know, for me to work and all that, but at the same time, I like to have things that I enjoy and surround myself with those things and have those in an arm's reach and be convenient and things of that nature. But I promise, you know, it makes me sound like an alcoholic, which I'm not, but I feel like that's, in saying that, it makes you sound like you are. But I do enjoy like a casual drink or two, whether it's wine or whatever, late at night when I'm working, you know, in situations like that where I'm just going to be here, obviously. And I know I saw in a comment before about the drinks back there on my mini fridge, but here in Japan, to set the record straight, legal aid here for like military or wherever you're going for the shops here is 20, so you only have to be 20 here to consume and purchase alcoholic beverages. So there's that. And getting serious here for a second, like being totally honest with you, the viewers, and if you don't want to believe me, then, you know, don't believe me, but I've never been, like, up until this point in my life, like, I was never a big drinker. Like, I honestly didn't start drinking until my senior year of high school. Like, when all that stuff, I think, is going on for a lot of kids, like, you're going through that peer pressure, and, like, people are doing that, like, more and more socially. Like, I did not see the point, like, in early high school up until the end. I just wasn't interested in that stuff. I wasn't interested in that, not just drinking, like, all the other sorts of things. I'm the type of person where I'm not really, like, I like to be in control of my situations and outcomes when it pertains to myself, especially, like, what I do in my actions. And, you know, obviously as you grow older and you deal with those sort of things, like, you learn to manage and be responsible and things of that nature. But, like, yeah, I didn't see the point in it. And to say that I don't, you know, everybody else, whoever else, like, to each its own. You know, I have nothing against people who do other things. Like, if that's what they want to do, then that's what they want to do. But for me, like, I was super focused on work, not even school. Like, work was all that mattered to me in my high school career, really, and of course friends and other people. But, like, that's what I was focused on, and these other things really didn't interest me. I remember, like, I'd always go to parties and be the one who didn't drink back when all my friends just partied and all that. And, you know, other stuff, like and again, being 100% honest here, recreational, like, drugs, smoking, and all that, never did any of that in high school, even up to this point. Can I say I'm never gonna do that? You know, I don't know. You know, but it just is something that does not interest me. To go and seek that out, type thing. Yeah, wow, that got serious really quick, huh? And on that note, I think it's appropriate to end this vlog so I can get it wrapped up, edited, so on and so forth.